2, 3, 4, Teddy lost his shorts again. He's burning down the sideline. Boots blurred, defenders flatline. Eyes on the prize, he don't even flinch till his shorts get yanked and we all get a glimpse. Oh, he's got the moves, he's got the pace. The fullback fire, no one can chase. But every second game without fail, he moves the crowd like it's Tales from the Tail. Tedesco's got that power peach. Tears through lines like a one-man breach. Every try a cheeky show, cause someone always grabs too low. He's the king with the runaway pants. Flashing footy fans from the stands. Might lose his kit, but never the ball. He scores, they cheer, we've seen it all. Go, go, Teddy, buns of steel. Spin through tackles like a damn pinwheel. A camera zoom, slow-mo reveal. Another week, another cheeky ordeal. Jerseys ripped, shorts halfway down. Still busts the line and owns the town. From Roosters fans to ref surprise. The league's most famous gluteal thigh.
Wasted world of sports, eh?
Show it off, but every game becomes a strip.
Oh, he's copped a head right to the nuts. Tedesco's butt crack.
Ahoy!
He's nearly taken security's head off.
Tedesco's got
I have no idea what the wasted world of sports is.
pants, but still in reach. Highlight reels got cheeks galore. He breaks the line, then breaks the cord. Shorts down low, but pride stays.
Wasted World of Sports crew, ahoy. How's everybody doing? Hope you enjoyed that little intro track. 1, 2, 3, 4. Teddy lost his shorts again. Ford Rawiri, ahoy, mate. Gamer Mel, ahoy. Welcome back. Lionel 1976 Garcia, ahoy there over on the Twitch. And ahoy and welcome along, TikTokers. Getting ready for this one. The Eels about to take on the Roosters in a game that now has a little bit less on the line for the Roosters. Now, if they win, they'll have gone a long way to guaranteeing a spot in the top 8. If the Eels produce an upset, then it is still alive for those chasing teams. Brookie Hotto, ahoy there. Go Parramatta Eels. Go Moses. It'll be interesting to see how the Roosters go here. No Daniel Tupou, but they're down a Daniel Tupou. They're up a Junior Tupou. So how about that? And Blake Steep also ruled out. Luca Moretti is the only out for the Eels that I can see there. So they're looking pretty full strength. Dylan Brown. Where's he slotted in? Oh, yep, they've got Dylan Brown slotting into the centres. Dan Walker, he's been in immaculate form. And, of course, my boy, Marky Mark, Nawanganitawase, anytime try scorer. He's in immense form. Look for him to get another try. Isaiah Iongi as well there in Mamulti. And Billy Smith, what a revelation he's been. John Michael, ahoy, mate. Welcome along. And Zoe over there on the TikTok. Ahoy, Zoe. Welcome. So, yes, with the Dolphins getting smashed out of the park by Manly earlier tonight, the Roosters win this one. They're pretty much guaranteed to be in. The top 8, I mean. Pretty much guaranteed. They would still need to win another game. They've got the Melbourne Storm coming up. That'll be difficult for them, but they're going to be right on the brink. Kickoff not far away, about 7 minutes. Where's my remote? Oh, there it is. No. So pretty much everybody's locked in now down to position. I mean, the Broncos, if the Broncos win tomorrow, they're safe. Broncos beat the Knights, they're in. This is what we know about the ladder. Well, let's go back to the very start. I'll bring the ladder up. We know the Raiders are in. That's a guarantee. The Storm are in. The Bulldogs are in. The Warriors are in. If the Broncos win tomorrow, they're in. If the Roosters win this tonight, then they're as good as in. The Sharks are in, and the Panthers are locked in. So, yeah, it's pretty much when the Broncos beat the Knights tomorrow, it's basically going to be that 8th spot that remains just up for grabs. But the Roosters just need to pluck one more point, and they'll be safely through. 1 point does it. So, yeah, they'd be on top of another win, I mean. They still need to win, preferably tonight for them. They'd be eyeing off this one. They just need 3 more points, and they are securely into the top 8. Which is kind of disappointing. I was talking to a mate of mine earlier, and I said it was a little bit disappointing because it felt like this was going to go all the way down to the wire in terms of the top 8 positions. I thought that maybe by round 27, there would be 2 or 3 of the top 8 spots on the line, as opposed to none, which is looking like. It's looking like the top 8 already set in stone. It's just a matter of which order they fill in. And it's a little bit disappointing given how close the competition's been throughout the season. Still, I mean, look, it's been a great season nonetheless, hasn't it? Overall, can't complain. Wayne Stretch, ahoy, mate. John Michael, of course, ahoy there. Staniel Camillus, all the way from PNG. Welcome along, mate. Gamer Mel, of course. Channel members out the wazoo, I love it. John Michael asks, do I ever experience any lag with my Aussie broadband connection? Lag in what sense, John Michael? Like buffering when I'm streaming things? That sort of thing? Is that what you're asking? So 4 legs, same game multi on this one. The Wangani Tawase, Billy Smith, Isaiah Iongi, Zach Lomax, and Angus Crichton. Or I should say Zach Lomax or Angus Crichton. Okay, yeah, watching streaming video. It really depends on the platform, John Michael. Netflix and stuff like that, never a problem at all. KO Sports is just garbage. So it's not really an Aussie broadband thing. It's a KO Sports thing. KO Sports, basically, for somebody who's worked in the web industry for about 20 years, I can tell you exactly what's happening. KO haven't dedicated enough bandwidth for the usage of KO Sports, but then they turn around and tell people it's their internet connection. So people just think it's their internet connection. It's actually not. It's just KO Sports being cheap and not dedicating enough bandwidth for their servers. And I can say that with complete authority, having worked in the industry for as many years as I have. Dominic Forbes, ahoy, mates. You've got Lomax first, second, or third. That's a pretty good shout, I reckon. Gamer Mel, I'm on Channel 9 tonight. Yes. Whenever the games are on Channel 9, I put it on because KO is just atrocious. And I'll tell you what, the Foxtel IQ box isn't much better. Actually, it's worse. I was surprised by that. I signed up for Foxtel thinking that it would be better, and I got one of the brand new swanky IQ5 boxes that just plugs into your internet, and yeah, it's actually worse than KO. I couldn't believe it. Dominic, you've got a nice cold Carlton Dry. Oh, very nice. You know, I nearly bought that tonight myself. They were doing a special. You got free delivery if you bought 2 6-packs. Well, I ended up buying a case. So I didn't get my free delivery, but still. I was eyeing up the twofer, and I was checking out Asahi. And I also had my eye on the Carlton Dry. Oh, Surge, ahoy, mate. You can afford KO, but the app is so bad. I choose to just watch highlights and watch Channel 9 games. Yep. It is really atrocious. The thing that frustrates me is the way that they just bury their head in the sand. KO. Like, you reach out to their customer support, and it's just like, oh, it must be your internet connection. It's like, okay, so everybody on your service is having the same problem, and it's our problem. Okay, KO. Thanks for your help. But anyway, yeah, atrocious. Kickoff moments away here. Eels versus Roosters. Let's go. Same game multi. We're about due for one. Kickoff. Odd pop it. Ahoy, mate. Kickoff is underway. Nawanga Nitawase takes it, and charging from the back fence is old mate Spencer Linu. He loves to run it from the back fence, old Spencer. And this is an aggressive start to the game. Emmanuel Naroko, ahoy there. Roosters will shine tonight. Go the Bondi Beach boys. Greetings from Port Moresby. Welcome along, Emmanuel. Let's see if the Roosters get the job done and take a step closer towards locking in finals footy for season 2025. They're right there. They're on the brink. Fifth and last. Solid first set here for the Roosters. Back it goes for Savala to clear. Sends it down to the Fox, who takes it on the full on his own 10. Winds up. And Foxy brings it back to the 20-meter line. Eels in possession. Let's see what they can do with their first set. Brenton, ahoy there, mate. Double exclamation mark. Walker, 6+. Markey, Smith, Carr, Lomax. And Toya or Junior Tupou to score. Holy hell, he's gone all out. I love it. I love it. I love a good, solid, massively multi-leg SGM. Good set of 6, this one for the Eels. They're up in Roosters territory. Junior Bolo stands in the 3-man tackle. Now they finally bring him to ground. Fifth and last, 30 meters out from the Roosters line. A good kick here. And it is a good one from Moses. Drops it right outside the goal line. Junior Tupou passes his first test of the night. Takes the high ball with flying colours. Sam Walker catching the markers napping. Steals an extra 10 meters. Great heads-up play. Oh, speaking of heads-up plays, how about those Sea Eagles tonight? Daly Cherry Evans, the heads-up play to spot nobody at the back for the Dolphins. Disappointing effort from the Dolphins, it must be said. But anyway, it's well and truly opened the door here for the Roosters, and it's also guaranteed the Panthers their spot in the top 8. As Savala, another clearing kick, high, backing up to take it. Iongi brings it outside the 20. Isaiah Iongi, Panther Jr., doing well over there at the Eels. I tell you what, the way that Dylan Edwards played the other night, young Isaiah might have got a run in the coming weeks. Really one of his worst performances. But as I've said, when you've been up for that long, there's a late offload here for Moses. Gives it off down the short side for Penasini, who can't step through the tackle of Billy Smith. Moses fires it back into midfield. Iongi carries it on, and it opens up here for the Eels. Papalii almost scoots through. Papalii, sorry. Staying on the left. Walker with the double pump. Goes out the back. It's touched by the Roosters. Oh, no call from the referee. Grubber kick into the end goal is scooped up by Sammy Walker. Billy Smith's also taken out one of the Eels chasers. And we're going to have a look here. There is going to be 10 in the bin coming up for one of the Roosters players. There's potential foul play everywhere here. First of all, I think the referees missed a set restart for the Eels. The grubber kick has gone through, and this has been a clear obstruction of the kick chaser from Angus Crichton, I believe it is. Angus is in a bit of trouble. Ball touched by Savala, so that restarts the set. It should have been 6 again for the Eels. So we shouldn't even be in a situation where they're kicking just yet. Picked up by Dylan Brown. He keeps the ball alive. The Eels are peeling for that 6 again. Now the grubber kick through. Hopgood's onside, and it is Angus Crichton who moves across and bumps bumps Hopgood off the ball. Clear as day. Angus Crichton seems pretty blatant, and Angus Crichton could be spending 10 in the bin. He pivots and backs into Hopgood. Well, it looks like they might have cleared the contact. Sam Walker scoops it up, and he is bumped off the ball by Billy Smith. So, actually, Billy Smith's probably in more trouble than Angus Crichton. So it sounds like they've cleared all the contacts on the Eels kick chasers. Wow. No try, obviously. But the Eels will get the scrum down. So they're going back to the original knock on. The missed 6 again from the referee. And Angus Crichton, and especially Billy Smith, very, very lucky right there. Very lucky. Amelia Hale, ahoy there. I've tipped the Roosters in this one as the Eels break left for Dylan Brown. Dummies. Beats the first tackle. Ducks under another. And he's tackled 10 metres out. Highlanders fan, ahoy there. TI23, ahoy. And Scalino, welcome back, mate. Eels on tackle 2. Heading back in midfield. Papalii. Cut down with the ball. 10 metres out. Moses goes out the back for Iongi. Iongi steps back in field. Junior Bowler bumped in the tackle by Angus Crichton. Big hit. Players slow to retreat. Walker onto Moses. The double pump from Papalii to Dylan Brown. Dylan Brown powers his way over the line. No one got into us. He's got his hand underneath. And he's claiming that he saves this try. Going up to the bunker again, and it's gone up as no try. Yeah, Dylan Brown, you can tell from that reaction, he doesn't seem all that excited. Excellent work on defense from Nwanga Netawase. He has done extremely well here to get his arm under the ball. What an effort. Now we need him to score a try. This is the angle that would tell us. Yeah, beautiful work from Marky Mark Nwanga Netawase. Try saver. And it remains 0-0. But I tell you what, the Eels are piling on the pressure early. Roosters doing well to hold on. Bonds, hoy there, mate. Let's go, Roosters. Martin Walker. He used to be, yes. Crossfield kick here. Contestable ball. Bounces up in the end goal for Lindsay Collins. And it's a knock on against Parramatta. Roosters come back to the 10-metre line. But yeah, Martin Nwanga Netawase used to play rugby union. Converted over to league. And yes, definitely streaming the rugby championships. Pepe 311017. Thank you very much for the ice cube on TikTok. That ice cube will go very well in my drink right now. But yes, Wallabies Springboks coming up later tonight. And of course, All Blacks versus Argentina early in the morning as the Roosters kick down as far as Isaiah Iongi. Sammy Salsa, ahoy. Oh, Iongi staying down here, playing for the penalty, gets a pat on the back from the Rooster. Absolutely. Wangarel. Or Wangarel. Can't see that name, sorry. I'll be up for the South Africa-Australia game. I need to move that chat closer so I can see the names properly. Because I was trying to read it before. I thought it said Gangrel. Gangrel, of course, the former WWF wrestler. The Eels find touch and they're inside Roosters territory to start this set. Papalii inside ball. And Williams driven backwards. Heading out to the right. Iongi up in the line. Beats the first tackle and almost slips through Walker. 40 meters out. Bolo in midfield. Papalii again. Quick hands here from the Eels. They're going from edge to edge. And they get a set restart. Walker, dummies, takes it inside the red zone. The Eels looking very likely for first try here. Nice flat pass from Moses to Tulagi. Set restart again. They're inside the 10. Moses takes the line on. Slow play the ball. Smith gives it off there for Walker, and we've got an issue in back play. Sam Walker, his night could be done, and how huge will this be for the Roosters? Sam Walker is out on his feet as he copped a head knock here. Oh, yes, he's gone two front on. Kelma to Iongi has run straight over the top of him, and Sam Walker is in Disneyland. That is Sam Walker's night. Oh, how critical will this be for the Roosters' finals push? Sam Walker, dazed and confused. That is surely his night done. Oh, that's massive. That is massive. Oh, that's huge. He has been in such great form. Moses now to Papalii. Out the back for Iongi. Numbers here for the Eels. The Fox reels in a pass that went behind him. And he's driven over the sideline. Immense defense there from the Roosters. But it's a penalty to Parramatta. A second shove to put the Fox over the sideline. Boy, this game's taken a turn. Sam Walker off the field for a HIA. And it's been all the Eels. 61% possession in this opening 8 minutes. They tap and go. Hopgood. Michelle, ahoy there. 10 meters out. Smith brings it to the right. Junior Bolo. 2 meters out. That a massive, massive moment in this game. Smith onto Tuilagi, the man who ran over the top of Sammy Walker. Smith fires it out for Moses down the short side, looking to grub her in behind the line. It's trapped by Angus Crichton, who dives on the loose ball. Roosters have defended well. 2 seconds. Sorry, just had to give my dog a little pat on the back. She had the snorts. Dog owners are probably familiar with the sound when it sounds like they're about to dry heave, but Parramatta back in possession here, controlling the territory in possession early. Sam Walker. That's the big news in this game. Sam Walker out with a HIA. Dylan Brown takes the line on. Up over halfway they go again. Williams. 40 out for Moses. Puts it high. Tupou moves forward. It bounces back for Tuilagi. Tuilagi's got support from Hopgood, and Jermaine Hopgood gets the first try. Great reward for Parramatta, who have been on top from the very start of this match. Four points to nil. Kick to come. Dream start for them. Sammy Salsa says, I will make finals predictions once the playoff spots are locked in. Any of the top four can take out the comp. Very close Storm team to beat for sure. Yep, well, that's okay, Sammy Salsa. I still say Storm Panthers grand final with the Storm winning. Try confirmed. Eels are up 4-0, kick to come. So Jermaine Hopgood, hey? Continuing my great run today of 0 ticks off the multis. 342 tries in that game between Manly and the Dolphins. And one single tick. Lomax converts 6 points to nil. Bruce says, go Para, beat the cheats. Now. Turbo. What about Turbo? Roosters get us back underway. 6 points to nil. The Eels lead. And an early shift here from Parramatta. Well, they're just full of running. Oh, was he my... No. Kolu Kola was my multi-tick. Early shift from the Eels. They're not afraid to throw it around here. Well, I mean, they've got nothing to lose, really. Poor pass out in front. And well taken by Dylan Walker. Papalii spills it. Big mistake. The first set of 6 after points. You've got to get to your end of set at the very least. Not drop the ball on your own 10-meter line. And young Papalii. Big mistake. Oh, that was poor. YH on TikTok. Who do I reckon wins? Oh, look, it's still early doors. It's still early doors. I say the Roosters. It'll be difficult now, though, without Sammy Walker. John Michael says, Dan, does something feel off? To me, what for this stream, there was no surprise waiting for me when the stream started. That's been a little bit different. And also, beer instead of Captain Morgan's. That's a bit different. Down the short side from the scrum. Roosters 10 meters out. Looking to hit straight back. The gift from Papalii. Here's Nafahu White. No, it's all good, John Michael. We very much appreciate everything you've done for us. Tedesco, inside ball for Smith. Smith slips, and he cops one around the chin. Penalty to the Roosters. High contact. He slipped into it, so definitely mitigating factors here. It's a big slip. Oh, and a knee to the side of the face. Accidental contact. Here come the Roosters again now. Just a couple of meters out. Right in front of the post, Spencer Linu backs into the defense. Tackle 2. Out the back it goes for Savala. Tedesco with the double pump. Doesn't get the pass away. 3 tackles down. Short side play. Is that Victor Radley who's run straight over the top? Has he got the ball down? Victor the inflictor. They're going to go up and have a look. No try is the call. Victor Radley taking on Dylan Brown. Isaiah Iongi gets in there as well. They try and turn him on his back. Oh, and he plants the ball on Iongi's arm. We've seen a try saver down the other end by Nwanganitawase. And a try saver up this end now by Isaiah Iongi. Six points to 0 it remains. But Victor Radley will go back and play it. The threat is still there. .5 gone. No try. But still Roosters ball, I think. Wow, was that 5th and last? Yeah, still Roosters ball. Well, it looks like they got a penalty. There you go. White plays it inside the 10. Here's Collins. Collins looks to get the arms free. Emmanuel Vincent, ahoy, mate. Just to the left of the post here on play 3. Watson to Savala. Tedesco up in the line again. The Fox intercepts. Josh Adokars away. He's up over the halfway line. Nobody's going to catch him. The Fox for the corner. Goes the distance. Parramatta. 10-0 kick to come. Oh, they're here to play. They are here to play. Parramatta, are they about to spoil the Rooster season? We saw Manly absolutely butcher the Dolphins season. Are Parramatta going to make life very difficult for the Roosters because they've got the Storm coming up? The Fox just lurking. Takes it on the bobble and runs the length of the field. Now, if he doesn't pluck this out of the air, the Roosters score untouched in the corner. It was an all-or-nothing play. And off he goes. 10 points to 0, the kick to come. Holy Parramatta. Well, I have been saying that the Eels are a much better team than they've been playing in recent weeks, or this season, basically. They've been going better since Moses came back. What a red-hot start here for the Eels. Lomax, 15 in from touch. Favoured side for a right foot kicker. It's hooking, and it's hooked away. Oh, John Michael. Thank you, sir. 14.99 again. Thank you so much, mate. Also, whatever it is you do for work, that you can keep doing this, please let me know. I might have to change careers. But yes, cheers, my friend. To John Michael for another $14.99 super chat. 10 points to 0. Dream start here for the Eels. Brick Cheese. Roosters are pretenders. LV says, I miss the Fox at the Dogs. I can understand that. Oh, Lindsay Collins busted wide open, wearing the crimson mask. Unless that's not his blood. Oh, it's not the blood of Dylan Walker, is it? They've had a head clash, Dylan Walker and Lindsay Collins. Oh, yeah, they had a big kiss. Good Lord, I'm plowing through these. Okay, these go down way too nicely. Well, this will be HIA for both of these guys, you would expect. That was particularly nasty. Well, looks like all they're going to do is bandage up Collins. Walker's leaving the field. So we've got 2 Walkers off for a HIA in this game. We've already lost Sam Walker. Now Dylan Walker's off. It's a curse to be named Walker. A curse to be named Walker at the moment in this one. LV, thank you very much for the heart me. Over there on TikTok. So Lindsay Collins is all taped up. Hopgood runs it outside the 20 on play 4 for the Eels. Looking good. Fifth and last. Goes back to Moses. Clears from inside his own 30. It's a big kick. Taken on the fullback Tupou. Tupou winds up and returns it to the 30. Looking for a quick play of the ball. Hopgood making a nuisance of himself around the ruck. Here's Tedesco. And here's the problem, right? When the Roosters get behind like this, Teddy starts to try and do a little bit too much. Now, in fairness, he probably would have been taking that hit up anyway. Nwanga Nituase spills it on halfway. Another mistake here from the Roosters. A dropped ball on halfway. Oh, they're surely not contemplating a challenge here. Oh, they are. Well, let's have a look. They've captain's challenged. And there might have been a cheeky little hand here from Papalii. Hands on the ball. And... geez, I don't know about that. I do not know about that. Well, Riley Smith had his hands on the ball and did make a stripping action, but it didn't move the ball at all. Nwanga Nituase's lost it after that fact. Papali's just removed his hand from the ball after making the tackle. I don't think he's stripped it out. And I think this is totally the right call. It's a loose carry, dropped ball, unsuccessful challenge. The Roosters are finding life difficult at the moment. Scrum down for the Eels on halfway. Roosters have lost their challenge. Smith sends it to the right for Penasini. Here they come again, the Eels, from halfway. Hopgood at first receiver. Down the line to Charlie Geimer. Bobbles the ball, but holds on 40 metres out. Hopgood again at the back for Papalii. Nice short ball. And Jack Williams over the top of Savala, but Radley brings him down. Quick play the ball speed here for the Eels. As Papalii takes it just short of the 10. 2 tackles left. Big Junior in midfield. Onto Hopgood. Moses has to reach forward for it, which forces a rushed pass out the back. Hennessini from a standing start is taken down on the 20-metre line, 5th and last. Moses looks back down the short side. Kicking for Lomax. Lomax bats the ball up but loses it forward. Oh, it was the right idea. Lomax one-on-one with Tupou. They've found a mismatch out here. And poor Tupou, they are making his life a little bit of a misery at the moment. So, a quarter of a way through this contest. 10-0, the Eels. Going extremely well. Daniel Silvera. I go for the Sharks. Kick from dummy half here from inside the 40. Iongi's there to take it on the 10. They were trying to pull off a sneaky 40-20. Nothing doing. Jake. Roosters playing shit or Eels playing good? Can't watch. Combination of both, Jake. Combination of both. Sam Walker went off for a HIA about 8 minutes into the game. And ever since then, the Roosters have just been completely headless in attack. But the Eels have been playing really, really well. So a little combination of both. There's Borlo up to the 40. Pushes the pass and it goes forward. Oh, backwards, says the referee. Backwards out of the hands. Now the late call comes in. The late call has come in from the touchy. A knock on. And they're going to captain's challenge this here, the Eels. Now, I've got to say, it looked forward. We'll suss out the replay. Big Junior. Yeah, that's, well... I mean, his hands are facing his own try line, but the ball hardly went backwards. Yeah, this is a tough one. His hands are facing backwards. He's facing his own goal line, but that clearly spills out forward. He's falling forward as well, so it shouldn't look as bad as that. They might challenge unsuccessful. Yeah, it seemed pretty clearly forward. Scrum down here for the Roosters. Challenge unsuccessful. Both teams now have lost their captain's challenge. No more challenges for the rest of the game. Chance for the Roosters to hit back. Scrum down, 40 out. They go left for Smith. Charges into the defensive line. Looks for a quick play of the ball. Doesn't really get it. It's a slow play the ball speed for the Roosters so far tonight. Angus Crichton turned on his back for another slow play the ball. White. Short ball for Collins. Collins all bandaged up. Looks even more like Frankenstein now. 20 out from the line in midfield. White carries it into the red zone. Play 4. Loose pass out the back. Bounces kindly for Savala. Tedesco now spots half a gap. Puts the fend on Papalii. Papalii holds on. And he gets some support there from Jack Williams. 5th and last. Savala kicking back down the short side. Looking for Nwanga Nitawase. The ball spills free and it's lost forward by Robert Toya into the end goal. Going up as no try. Nobody seems overly interested. So I can't help but notice that Tedesco, since he threw that intercept pass to the Fox, he has put his passing game in his pocket and he is just running the ball now. So Nwanganitawase wins the battle in the air. It's off the shoulder of, okay, it's forward off Iongi. If it hasn't touched Nwanganitawase, is flying through here to put pressure on. Robert Toya then misses it completely and it hits his knee. So that could be play on. It looks like it's off his knee. Robert Toya might have missed it. And they've called it a knock on anyways. But there is going to be an escort penalty. So there we go. No try. Roosters penalty for an escort. 18 minutes to go in this opening half. Here they go. They tap and go. Collins back in towards the post. He goes. 10 meters out. Lachlan Smith, ahoy mate. Here's Lenu. Spencer Lenu bends the line. He's half a meter short. Crash ball for Nafahu White. Bumps off the first tackle. Still going White. It's taken 5 blue jumpers to stop him. And he's half a meter out. Numbers to the right, but it's a poor pass. Nwanganitawase has to stop to pick it up. 5 meters out. Halfway through the set. Oh, the Roosters are awful at the moment. Savala onto Watson. Watson shows it inside. Goes out for Crichton. Crichton's got Smith. Smith taken down by Iongi. Oh, no, it's Penasini, sorry. Beautiful legs tackle. Fifth and last, Savala, crossfield kick. Nwanganitawase versus the Fox. Marky Mark wins it in the air. Flick pass back in field for Teddy. And Tedesco scores. Try assist for Nwanganitawase. Try scored by Teddy. The Roosters have hit back. Lots of hang time there from Marky Mark Nwanganitawase. Straight over the top of the Fox. Gets the arm free and just flings it one-handed back in field for an unmarked Tedesco. Fantastic work. 10 points to 4 with the kick to come. Beautiful take. Try confirmed. $10 points to 4. Conversion attempt from out wide. About 10 in from touch. Who's going to take the kick? Savala. Hugo Savala taking over the kicking duties with Sam Walker off. 10 in from touch. Puts it on target, but it's bending and it bends away past the far upright. 10 points to 4. 15 to go in this opening half. Still no ticks off my multi. Daniel McCarthy says Roosters win this game. Seen it before. 21-17. 21-17, eh? $21-17's an interesting scoreline prediction. Chris Chris Cho, 26. Ahoy there, mate. And Chris French. You lost yours in the opening 7 minutes. Yeah, I know those feels, Chris. Sam Walker gone with a HIA 8 minutes in. Here's Angus Crichton down the short side. 15 minutes to go in this opening half. 10-4. Nafahu White beats the first tackle. Big leg drive and some good post-contact meters. Takes it up to the 40. Quick play the ball. Uelu, nice offload. But it's intercepted by Penasini. Uelu with the offload, and nobody seemed to know it was coming. Papalii in midfield, taken down on the halfway line on play 2. Eels in possession. 40 metres out from the line. Williams heads across field. Geimer. Moses with the inside ball now for Tuolangi. 4 tackles gone. Hopgood at first receiver. Papalii. Numbers to the left again. Brown puts the step on, but it's read well by Toya. One of the best defensive centres in the game, so says Billy Slater. Moses with the kick, 20 metres out. Contestable ball. What a take by Connor Watson, of all people. A metre out from his own try line. Brilliant catch. John Michael's asking, do we know what happened to Fui Moi Moi? Stay hunky. Ahoy, mate. If Roosters win today, it'll be locked in the top 8 playoffs. Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much finals bound. They would still need 1 more point to be totally secure. 31 points gets you in. Savala kicks this one downfield. Taken on the full by Iongi. And he winds up, brings it outside the 30 where he's met hard in the tackle by Egan Butcher. Walker's back on the field. He's past his HIA. That's Dylan Walker, sorry. Dylan Walker. Before any Sam Walker multis get excited, Dylan Walker has passed his HIA and is back on the field. Papalii. On it goes to Williams. Williams tackled on halfway. 4th. Eels in possession. Walker goes out the back now. Numbers to the right. Penasini straightens, beats the tackle of Tupou. Quick play the ball and they stay down the short side. Moses puts the kick back in field. Chasing through and it's a take by Lomax. Lomax throws it back. Penasini. Infield, beware the second kick. Oh, there's nobody out here. Walker kicks for the Fox, and Fox gets another. The Fox has got a double. Parramatta up 14 points to 4. Beware the second kick. The Roosters couldn't close up play on the 5th and last. Slick hands to initiate this run. Iongi down the short side to Moses, who puts in a great kick as he's getting shoved over the sideline. Lomax wins the battle in the air. Now, the second kick. Oh, he's onside by a mile, the Fox. Unmarked and scores a double. Parramatta up 14 points to 4. Holy hell. This top 8 is not set in stone just yet. Not by a long shot. Josh Adokar with a double in the first half. Oh, Rilesy's happy. He loves it. He hasn't had a lot to be excited about this season. But the Eels, it might be too late for them this season, but they are tracking in the right direction for next year. 14-4 with the kick to come. Fox is loving life at the moment. Lomax from 10 metres in from touch. Hooks it again. Oh, he's got his origin kicking boots on tonight, Zach Lomax. Hits the post and bounces away. 14 points to 4 it stays. And how much are those missed goals going to come back to haunt them at the end? It haunted the Bulldogs last night. Missed conversions cost the Bulldogs the match last night against the Storm. Speaking of the Storm last night, Harry Grant, 2-match ban. So there'll be no Harry Grant for the rest of the regulation season. Back underway. Outback 676 says, why couldn't Para play like this last week? Or all season long? Walker, slow to get up and play this one. Eels now with Tuilagi. Bringing it outside their 20. Hopgood with another strong carry. He's been immense this first half, Hopgood. Scored the opening try, making lots of post-contact meters. Inside ball to Iongi. Fifth and last on the 40. Short side for Moses. Kicks from inside his own 40. Backing up is Tupou. Tupou takes it. Winds up. He brings it to ground, 25 out. Savala onto Marky Mark. Nwanganitawase fends off one. Gets through another. The Fox brings him down with a great legs tackle. Savala into dummy half. Here's Toya. Toya 45 meters out. Halfway through this set. Sharks in 5th place now behind the Warriors who won the game earlier. Tedesco onto Smith. Billy Smith spills it on halfway. They've got the dropsies. The Roosters have got the dropsies tonight. Billy Smith on halfway. And it's going to be another set of 6 for the Eels in the opposition half. Eight and a half minutes to go until the break, and the Eels could come up with more here. Scrum down on halfway. The Eels putting up a monstrous fight here. Papalii onto Brown. Dylan Brown steps off the left. Williams carries it inside the 40. 8 minutes until the break. Eels up by 10. Could have been more if Zach Lomax didn't have his origin kicking boots on. Smith down the short side for Moses. Runs it to the line. And a nice late pass to Tuilagi. 20 meters out now. Moses in field for Walker. Papalii looping around the back. Williams spins out of one. 10 meters out. He's held up by Savala. Moses on the 5th and last. Crossfield kick looking for Lomax. Lomax versus Tupou. Tupou spills it. Penasini reaches out and plants it down. Penasini is claiming it. Referee is sending it up as a try to Will Penasini. They're in again, the Eels. Tupou's nightmare continues. Bills the ball. And Penasini takes advantage out the back. 18 points to 4. Kick to come. 5th and last, 15 out. Moses with the crossfield kick looking for Lomax. They've got a big mismatch out here. Tupou's just no match for Lomax in the air. Penasini. Oh, Lomax has brushed it with his hand, I believe. This could be a knock on. Penasini grounds it. I don't think there's any problem there. And here comes the bunker. Yes, we're going to have a look here. The potential touch from Zach Lomax. And there it is. Plain as day. Zach Lomax. Boy, they've dodged a massive bullet here. The Roosters. Big let off. So this one will get scrubbed off. No try. And the Roosters go quickly. They want some points before the break. Some more points. Going into halftime, trailing by 4. Oh, that'd be massive for the Roosters. Here's Toya. Just short of the 40-metre line. Short side, they go for Angus Crichton. Good strong carry by Angus, although that's a scrappy play. The ball gets away with it. Watson with the goose step into Eels territory. And, oh, God, Matt Dory making a nuisance of himself there in the ruck area. Uelu at the back for Tedesco. Space out to the right. The goose step from Toya tries to put the fend on Brown. Brown brings him down. 30 metres out from the... Dinks it in over the top. Contestable ball. Collins competes. It's lost backwards by the Eels. Forwards by the Roosters first. The knock-on called. There's no challenges remaining. Well, where was the original knock-on? The ball's gone backwards off Dylan Walker. Claiming a touch there from Siua Wong. That's the call. Scrum down. Lomax from inside his own 10. 20 metres out from their own line here. Penasini carries it outside the red zone. Eels up 14 points to 4 with 5 minutes left in this opening half. Walker back inside for Hopgood. Hopgood takes it out to the 40. Smith takes a couple of steps. Now, Papalii bobbles it. He's already spilt it once tonight, Papalii. Moses on the 5th and last puts the kick downfield. Planting himself under it. Tupou. Had a shocking night so far, but he takes this one. Slow to get up and play this one. Junior Tupou. Billy Smith. Oh, issue here for Tupou. Favouring a shoulder. Boy, the Roosters going to lose some more players. Zavala up to halfway. Inside ball for Radley. 5th and last coming up. And a couple of tackles halfway through the set. Chris Bradley, ahoy, mates. There's the 5th and last. Zavala from 35 out, puts it high, not a lot of distance. Going to land on the 20. Everybody lets it bounce, and then Papalii leaps and takes it. Parramatta ball. And a penalty now for a second effort. Holding down from Victor Radley. Didn't need that second little shove. And this will give the Eels another crack before the break. Oh, boy, I tell you, Sam Walker went off inside the opening 8 minutes, and then it was all downhill for the Roosters from there. Eels find touch 40 metres out from the line. Smith sends it over to Papalii. And Dory now in midfield. Can they get some more points before the break? Walker with the double pump. Bounce back for Papalii again. Oh, beware the third man in. Siua Wong. Dangerous. Walker back in field. And Hopgood, who's had an immense first half, including a try. 30 from the line. Moses. To Penasini. Inside the red zone they go. 2 tackles left. 2 minutes until the break. Moses heads across field. Smith to Papalii. Out the back for Brown. Brown chopped down. 20 meters out. 5th and last. Moses puts this kick up. It's not as far as Lomax. Oh, Watson and Smith get in each other's way. Watson does well to come down with it. They nearly got in each other's way there, big time. And that's the last thing the Roosters need, is to start bumping into each other and making life very difficult for themselves. Luke, ahoy, mate. Yeah, no worries, John Michael. At 9:20 or so, Manchester City versus Tottenham. Well, that's ages away. Victor Radley plays it on the 40. Tedesco down the short side. Savala to Toya, who spills it. And again, there is just this Bermuda Triangle for the Roosters around the halfway mark, where the ball just seems to disappear from their hands. So much of their drop ball has been here on halfway. Unbelievable. Twenty seconds left until halftime. Moses bats it on for Tuolungi. Penasini now scoops it up. And the tap on from Moses is being called forward. There's 2 seconds left until the break. And the scrum is bounced, so we will have time for it. 14 points to 4 at the break in favor of the Eels. Wow. Davala puts the kick high. Contestable kick and hope here. Chasing through as Tedesco. It sits up for Toya. Toya gets it to Nwanga Nitawase. Heads for the corner and scores a miracle try. Right on the stroke of half-time. A tick off the multi. And the Roosters hit back out of absolutely nowhere. A scrum packed down with 2 seconds left on the clock. Savala with a kick and hope. And it's worked out for them. You can't believe it. From his own 30-meter line, Savala puts it high. It's lost forward by Iongi. Robert Toya gives it to Marky Mark. And Nwanga Nitawase in the corner right on the stroke of halftime. That is the most unbelievable play I've seen. People had probably already left. People had left to the refreshment stand for halftime. And then the Roosters pull that out. Let's see, has Tedesco touched it? That might be the only thing that stops this. Nwanga Nitawase scoring out wide. Unbelievable. What a finish to the half. Please tell me that one's been confirmed. Oh, they're having a closer look. Oh, has this brushed the fingertips of Tedesco? Oh, they haven't confirmed it yet. Try has not been confirmed just yet. They're checking the fingertips of Tedesco. How zoomed in. They are so far zoomed in here. Oh, no. Oh, no. He's touched it. Has he touched it? Oh, no. Tedesco might have touched it. Here comes the bunker. They have zoomed right in on this, and they have found that has brushed Tedesco's fingernail. If only he gave them a trim before the game tonight. Oh, no. Take the tick away from the Wanganita Wase. No try. Bojam, ahoy, mates. No try. It has brushed Tedesco's fingernail. No try. 14-4. It stays at the halftime break. Oh, that's a heartbreaker. A heartbreaker for the Roosters. They were looking for any possible reason to not award that. I don't think I've ever seen Greek salad. When was the last time I won a multi? Last weekend. Cheers for asking. Bojam says that's a try any day of the week. Stay hunky. Manly did great on your multi earlier. Bojam, slippery Eels. Emmanuel Vincent, that sucks. Yeah. All the feedback coming back from the chat room. Greek salad, it really depends, mate. Like, it's normally just a little bit of fun for the streams, so I might chuck like $10 on it in most cases. But if it's something that I'm particularly, like State of Origin, I throw down. We're talking hundreds of dollars on Origin bets. But yeah, when it's just for the purposes of the streams, I usually only chuck a tenner on each game just for a bit of fun. It adds a little extra spectacle to the stream rather than just me standing here talking. John Michael says Logan Paul is an absolute flog. Come on now. Come on now. He's found his calling. Greek Salad says, yeah, true. I don't think I can watch a game without putting a multi on. It just adds so much more to it. So much more. Bojam says Logan Paul could play NRL if he wanted to. Yeah, absolutely. I reckon... I'm not sure about his pace. But he could probably go in the outside back somewhere. Mickey, 88, says that was a try. Bunker, all for Parramatta. A good centre, says Bojam. Yeah. Yep, they were trying to find I don't think I've ever seen a bunker intervene and actually like zoom in. Like I know that they have done it before. I can't remember, but for a touch like that, I've seen them zoom in to try and find grounding, but I don't think I've ever seen them like zoom in on a replay like that to try and find a touch, just the slightest of touch. Like, yeah. I know that Nwangani Tuase is in my multi, so I'm probably being swayed by that fact. But I mean, I just feel like they look for any reason at all not to award a try. Yet you get that game on Thursday night, was it? You get Thursday night, the most blatant forward pass that you will ever see in your life gets allowed because Alex Johnston's got a record to break this season. And they take this one away. That one gets allowed on Thursday night, a 2-meter forward pass, because Alex Johnston's got a record to break, and they overly examine this one. Now, I know that the bunker can't rule on forward passes, so this is not a bunker complaint in this overall instance, but it's just like, what's the point? Emmanuel Vincent says, I agree on that Johnston one. That was BS. Yeah, but Manuel, they have put so much time and effort into promotion, like all the on-screen graphics, and it's always the pre-game talk every time the Rabbitohs play. When's the record going to get broken? When's the record going to get broken? I think you're going to see Alex Johnston score a couple more potentially dubious tries in between now and the end of the year. That's what I'm thinking. Emmanuel Vincent says, what's the chance the Dogs will lose the next 2 games and the Wars win the next, take 3rd on the table? Well, it's interesting because, well, let's have a look. Let's try and get ourselves into the mindset of the coaches. Try and figure something out here. So, the Bulldogs have got coming up the Panthers, right? All right, so they got the Panthers next Thursday. The Warriors are only 2 points behind. And then they finish off against the Sharks. I just wonder. I actually wonder, will the Bulldogs... Now, this might be insulting to the Raiders, but I just wonder if the Bulldogs might not be better off resting everybody in the final round against the Sharks so that they do actually drop to 4th. Because it's looking increasingly likely. Like, I reckon the Melbourne Storm don't really care about the minor premiership. They'll rest the entire team when they play the Broncos in the final round. So the Broncos are going to win that final game against the Storm because they'll be likely playing a reserve grade Storm team. I just wonder, since the Storm will finish 2nd, wouldn't you rather finish in 4th place so that you don't have to travel to Melbourne to face the Storm in week 1 of the finals? I'd much rather be taken on Canberra in week one of the finals than the Storm in Melbourne. So maybe the Bulldogs are better off dropping to 4th and then let the Warriors have to deal with the Storm in Melbourne. But the thing is, we know that the Warriors are capable of competing with the Storm in Melbourne. They're one of the few teams that despite not necessarily getting the wins, they're not afraid to take it to them on their home turf. So I just wonder, we're going to see some shenanigans in the next couple of weekends. There'll be teams resting players. I even said the other night, now that the Panthers are secured for the top 8, the Panthers aren't going to care where they play or who they're up against, I think some of their players need a rest. Now, especially after back-to-back weeks of Golden Point blockbusters, I wouldn't be surprised if the Panthers give Nathan Cleary a rest, Isaiah Yeo, Dylan Edwards definitely needs a rest. I reckon the Panthers, they don't really care where they finish. I reckon they'll rest some players. The Raiders potentially rest some players, but they probably don't really need to. And the Storm definitely going to rest some players for that last week. Rebecca Corey, ahoy there. Day Hunky says we need that minor premiership. That's the only title we want. If we lost the grand final game. Nah, nobody remembers who the minor premiers were, Day Hunky. I really don't think. I mean, I can understand why it would mean a lot to the Raiders. And that's why I don't think the Raiders will necessarily rest anybody because, I mean, you've got to remember, they were predicted by every bookmaker on the planet. They were predicted by a lot of the journos and a lot of the pundits. They were predicted by me to win the wooden spoon this year. So I completely understand why winning the minor premiership would just be massive for the Raiders. But I don't think the Storm care about it. They've guaranteed to finish in the top two. They get a home final regardless. I don't think it really matters. To be perfectly honest, nobody remembers the minor premiers. General X says Dogs should have gotten the W yesterday. If only they kicked their goals. See, it was the same amount of tries apiece. It was just goal kicking. We know that goal kicking is so important. That's why I'm actually a little bit concerned about the Eels here going into halftime. The Eels have gone into halftime with Zach Lomax missing 2 kicks at goal. Shazy, 88. Ahoy, mates. What's going on? Why have the Eels decided to play out of their skin now their season's over? Yeah, well, I mean, the Eels have had a lot of injury concerns throughout the season. They've done a lot of shuffling, talks about player unrest and all that sort of thing. Jason Riles has basically put the cleaners through the squad. I mean, look, he dropped Dylan Brown. He brought him back in. He dropped him. He's moved him out of the squad. He's moved him now into the centers. I think now they've got a lot of their team back. Jason Riles is a bit more certain on what the future looks like in his eyes. And they're starting to run into some form. On the flip side, we know that teams at the back end of a year, teams that are already out of finals contention, love nothing more than throwing a spanner in the works and derailing the season for teams that are still in contention. It's something they can put on their personal resume for the season. So there's a little bit of that involved as well. And let's not forget, Sam Walker ruled out with a HIA 8 minutes into the contest. Any team that loses their starting halfback, especially one that's been in immense form, are going to struggle to get back into the game at that point. If you lose your starting halfback 8 minutes into a contest. So it's been a combination of all of that, all of the above. Tez says, I still think Penrith will win the comp, and you can call me crazy. They'll be the first team from outside the 4 to win the comp. I'm not going to call you crazy at all. I'm not going to call you crazy at all, Tez, because I still think that as well. I would not want to. I am actually nervous as a Sharks supporter and looking at the table at the moment and thinking that the Sharks are probably going to finish. The Sharks are probably going to finish in 6th, and the Panthers potentially finish in 7th. I don't want to play the Panthers in week 1 of the finals. I wouldn't want to be any team coming up against the Panthers in week 1 of the finals in an elimination match. So, yeah, I'm still I'm still figuring the Panthers will be playing a part in the prelims at the very least. John Michael says, Dan, do you ever sit and relax calling the games during the stream? John, I thought we discussed this the other night, but I might be getting you confused with another channel member, Odd Poppet. Yeah, because I had this discussion the other night with one of the channel members. I thought it was you, but it must have been Odd Poppet. But no, I have severe lower back problems, John Michael. I can't sit down for that long. That is way too long for me to be sitting down. My back would just jam up and, yeah. I can't sit for that long. Second half about to get underway. Will the missed conversions from Zach Lomax come back to haunt? He's got his State of Origin kicking boots on. They might have needed those points. Tedesco gets us back underway. The Roosters almost across the line, right on the stroke of halftime. An aggressive defense to start the second 40. Walker in at first receiver. An early shift here from the Eels. Not afraid to put it through the hands tonight. Hosea says, man, that's rough. Sitting down is one of my favorite things to do. Well, I like a good sleep. A good lie down and a sleep is always fantastic. I'm forever having a nap in between games. 20 metres out from their own line now. The Eels on play 4. Williams plays it. Here's Walker. Rocked back in the two-man tackle. Angus Crichton and Egan Butcher. From inside his own 30, Moses thumps this one upfield. Taken on the full by Teddy at the back. And Tedesco heads across field. And he is brought to ground. A good kick chase there by Jack Williams. Former Shark, of course. Jack Williams. Michelle says, speaking of naps, Dan, are you going to be awake to do the Broncos? I would say 100% unlikely, because Jace and I are doing the live watch along of the AEW Forbidden Door. And then we're doing some work afterwards. We're doing some cataloging and some product listings for the store. So I'm going to go ahead and say 0% chance. 40 metres out from the line here on the fifth and last. Savala with a loopy old kick and an awkward bounce at the back for Iongi. Isaiah Iongi brings it outside the 10. Amanda, ahoy there. You need Crichton for a try to win $1,600. All right, we'll be cheering that on because I need Angus Crichton in mine as well. Late offload there from Penasini. Back for Moses. Moses is taken high here by Junior Tupou. And this will be a penalty. Oh, Junior Tupou is having a night to forget. Penalty here to the Eels. Yeah, oh, well, it slipped up off the ball. His arm slipped up off the ball, but he did ultimately grab Mitchell Moses around the mouth. Probably to shut him up. Eels fine touch on halfway. Here they come. Left side, Walker to Papalii. Inside ball. And they're 40 metres out from the line. Williams, scrappy play the ball, gets away with it though. Walker out to Moses. Iongi steps inside Smith. And he's brought down by Angus Crichton in the end. And Lindsay Collins all bandaged up still from the first half. Walker to Papalii. Short ball for Williams again. Well read by the Roosters defence. Toya and Savala bring him down. Smith finds some space around the ruck. Walker with the late offload. Keeping the ball alive here, the Eels. Numbers to the right. Iongi with the Harbour Bridge ball over for Lomax. Lomax tries to put the fend on Tedesco. And Teddy brings him down 5 out from the line. It's been touched by the Roosters, so it's a 0 tackle. Oh, the Eels are just rolling here. 10 metres out from the line, a full set of 6. Hopgood plays it. Moses wants it left. He dummies. And he's wrapped up by Angus Crichton in midfield. 10 out in midfield. Left for Papalii. Brown steps off the left boot. He's taken down inside the 10. Oh, this would be huge for the Eels to get a try here. Smith to Moses. Wants a runner on the inside as a decoy. And he dummies and goes on his own. Late pass for Tuolungi. Flips over the prone Roosters player and they get a set restart. 6 more for the Eels. Walker just settles play down here in front of the sticks. A metre out. They're so close here, the Eels. Papalii out the back for Brown. Late pass for the Fox. Fox wants 3. Drops it back in field, but it dribbles over the sideline as Nwanganitawase holds his ground and defends the line well. 14 points to 4. They're just holding on here, the Roosters. Beautiful defensive work by Marky Mark. Be right back. And the Roosters back up towards halfway and they've spilt the ball. My God, what is going on out there? Okay, so they lost Sam Walker inside the opening 8 minutes to a HIA, but that doesn't explain any of this. This ball handling is atrocious. Losing your halfback doesn't mean you suddenly don't know how to catch the footy. Oh, they're making life so difficult for themselves here, the Roosters. Eels scrum down, 30 out from the line. Brown will play it on tackle 1. Dory crashes onto it, 20 metres out now. Pressure out the wazoo here on the Roosters. Hopgood. 15 out in midfield. Slow play the ball. Smith sends it right. Moses. Flat pass there to Tuolungi, who spills it. Angus Crichton comes away with it. They're off the hook. Boy, oh boy. They just can't land the knockout punch at the moment, the Eels. Well on top here, Parramatta. And I can't put this all down to Sam Walker being gone in the opening 8 minutes. Scrum down, Roosters on their own 10. Toya takes on Papalii and Brown. They get some help from Jack Williams and bring him down. They're still inside their own danger zone, the Roosters. Minteka, ahoy mate. Yes, rugby championships tonight. Wallabies versus Springboks, followed by the All Blacks versus Argentina. Round 2 of the rugby championship. Tedesco goes out wide to the left for Crichton. Bumps off 1. Heads back in field. Fends off another couple, but he's running sideways. He ran 72 metres, but he ran all sideways. I wonder if it still counts as meters gained if they're all crossway. Up to halfway here on the 5th and last. Savala gets the kick away. The Fox is under it. Takes it on the full. And he heads back just inside his own 20. Hey, Blinken. Ahoy there, mate. The Roosters are a low mob. Menteka, your call last week was awesome for the rugby union. Cheers. Yes, definitely. I love my rugby union. So definitely doing the round 2 rugby championship games later on tonight. 100%. 100%. Junior Bolo shuffles it on for Walker. Flat pass there for Hopgood. But they're back inside Roosters territory. 5th and last. 10 minutes gone in the second half. It's all Eels. That is a huge bomb put up. Tedesco lets it bounce. Iongi flies through and spills it over the dead ball line. Isaiah Iongi. Oh, Tedesco wanted no part of that high ball. Moses put the towering bomb up. He's kicked it above the stadium, and Tedesco says, yeah, no thanks. What a kick that was from Mitchell Moses. Roosters with the restart from their own 20. A 7-tackle set. Oh, Nwanga Nitawase, what a run. Game ML, we have got coming up. We've got the Rugby Championships tomorrow morning. I've got Intoxigamer later tonight. Rugby Championships tomorrow morning. And, hang on. We've got the AEW Forbidden Door as well. I'll need to try and remember when that is. I think that's Monday morning. Collins loses the ball. Papalii picks it up for the Eels, and they look to counterattack. Brown can't get free of the tackle. Well wrapped up there by Siua Wong, but another incomplete set from the Roosters. The Fox plays it just short of the 40-meter line. Up to halfway. Finding Dory. Plays it. Halfway through the set. Bolo in at first receiver. Moses out the back for Iongi. The goose step creates some space for Penasini. Billy Smith holds on for dear life to bring him down. Oh, a big full moon there from Penasini. Bolo through the hands now. Papalii. Nice angle by Jack Williams, turning it back inside. Quick play the ball. Moses now. Grubbers into the end goal. It sets up. And Mitchell Moses scores. Get out. Mitchell Moses on the front foot. Grubbers in behind the line. Dives on the loose ball to score under the sticks. Parramatta lead 18-4. They're flying. Oh, the Barton. Ahoy, mate. Will Party Jesus be returning to Intoxigamer anytime soon? If Party Jesus is available for 10:30 p.m. starts, which seems to be the new starting time for Intoxigamer, then whenever he likes. Mitchell Moses take a bow. Charging onto the ball. Grubbers into the end goal. Chases. Gets ahead of Tedesco and plants it down. $18-4. Kick to come. 472 tries scored today. 1 tick. Oh, 2 ticks off my multis. Been a bad weekend for my same game multis. Zach Lomax from right in front. Surely even he can't miss this. Puts it over for a 20-4 lead. The Eels. They came to play. Well, who saw this coming? The Roosters, a chance to lock themselves into the top 8, almost. As good as lock themselves into the 8. And they have come out and muffed it. Still 27 minutes to go. Roosters get us back underway. 20 points to 4. Parramatta. They are looking good for next season. I reckon next year we see Parramatta in the 8. I reckon we see the Tigers in the 8. I would say we see the Sharks drop out of the 8. And maybe the Broncos are in a bit of trouble as well. Smith kicks early here from inside the 40. Doesn't get the angle on it. And it will sit up 10 meters out from the try line. Sits up for Nawaqanitawase, who brings it back to the 20. Michelle says, be nice to see the Storm drop out of the competition entirely. Oh, come on now. Connor Watson goes straight through. He's up over halfway. Support in field, but he dummies and goes on his own. And he's wrapped up by Iongi and Zach Lomax. Well, they just can't do anything right at the moment, the Roosters. 25 meters out, Watson. After the clean line break, he had 2 support runners to pass to. Decided to go on his own. And Iongi reads it well. 20 meters out from the line. 2 tackles left. Radley goes out the back for Savala as they shift left. Pass goes to nobody. Billy Smith goes back to collect it, and he is sacked in the tackle by Penasini. 5th and last, 35 out. Savala kicks high. Not a lot of distance. Taken by Tedesco. Tedesco, flick pass out the back. Intercepted by Williams, I think it is there. Or, no, it's not. It's Charlie Geimer. My apologies. Brown has it out on the left edge. The Eels not afraid to throw this around. 24 and a half to go, 20 points to 14. Iongi up to the 40. Blow play the ball as they turn him on his back. Smith down the short side. And finding Dury up over halfway, 5th and last. Moses on halfway. It's another high bomb. The kick chase coming through. And, Tupou's done well to take that. But Lomax with the German suplex. And Junior Tupou is getting owned tonight. Oh, they're really missing Daniel Tupou. Because Junior's just not doing the job at the moment. Nawaqanitawase in midfield. Taken down. Oh, he gets a late offload for Toya. Toya steps back in field. Support from Savala. Savala tripped up and falls on the 40-meter line, their own side of halfway. So every time Nawaqanitawase gets the ball, something happens. They need to get the ball in his hands more. Bradley, delayed pass for Watson, who's brought down 5th and last just inside Eels territory. Savala kicks. No pressure at the back here on Iongi. Claims it on the fall and heads back in field. They pick him up and drive him backwards. 5 meters out from his own line, he'll ultimately play it. There's still time here for the Roosters. Adokar plays it 10 meters out here, right in front of his own posts. Wow, completed sets in the second half. The Roosters 2 from 5. That is abysmal. Down the short side, Williams. Big defense down the short side. 2 tackles left. Junior Bolo looks to offload. He had no support. 5th and last, Moses from inside the 40. Gets a good angle on it, but Tupou should take this on the full. It does. Junior winds up, brings it back to the 20. 22 minutes to go, 16 points the difference. The Roosters need to find their way and attack. Even despite Sam Walker going off in the opening 8 minutes, they've been rather flat. Radley holds the pass up nicely for Crichton. Late ball out the back. It's loose, but a penalty goes to the Roosters here. A late contact penalty on Victor Radley. They can clear upfield, get themselves in position. Geez, a rough call on Talon De Silva, but if you make contact with the player, you're taking the decision and making it a 50-50 call, aren't you? Nafahu White, 30 meters out now, the Roosters. They've got to strike soon, you would think. Savala to Butcher is rocked back in the tackle by Williams. And who was that there with him? Had some help. Bradley at first receiver. Late pass out the back for Savala. Looking left. Inside the 20 they go. Radley at first receiver again. Tedesco. The Harbour Bridge ball over the top for Nwangani Tawase. Flicks it in behind the back for Toya. Oh, what a pass. And Robert Toya scores. The Roosters have hit back. I don't think they can take this off them. What a play by Nwangani Tawase. Would he like to score a try himself, or does he just want to set it up for his teammates? Come on, mate. Enough of this being a team player. We've got a multi to win. A flick pass around the back. One-handed around the back. And it's perfectly onto the chest of Robert Toya. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. That is fantastic. Nwangani Tawase. What a pickup for rugby. Here's the thing. He was such an average rugby union player. But he is making a complete fool out of all the rugby league boys. $20 points to 8. The kick to come. Big conversion, this one. Savala from the sideline. Head in from touch. Savala moves in, strikes it. Starts it on the right upright. It's bending back. And it goes through the middle. 20 points to 14, is it? Or 20 points to 10, sorry. My bad. The scoreboard, it seems to be frozen. 20 points to 10. Michelle says, I've had Toya in my last 4 multis. Tonight he scores. Of course, when he's not. 20 points to 10 with 19 minutes to go. Oh, we have still got game on here. Back underway. Nwangani Tawase gives it to, I want to say it was Spencer Lenu, who's back out there, who takes the hit up, and it is indeed Spencer. Carries it outside the 20. Here's Fiketti. Loses the ball out the back, and the Eels dive on it. Oh, that's not what you want after points. That's not what you want. Straight after points. Play one. Spilt ball. Here comes Moses now. To Semrani. Big Junior with the late pass there for Geimer. 15 meters out. De Silva on the field. Here's Moses back infield for finding Dory. 15 meters out. Play 4. Moses to Papalii. Out the back for Brown. Steps off the left. It's Redwell. They've contained him well out here. Fifth and last. Still inside the 10, though. Moses. Crossfield kick. Taken by Angus Crichton. And he's got support from Smith. Smith throws it out the back to nobody. Connor Watson retreats to claim it. Connor Watson has it for the Roosters. 10 metres out from his own line. Tedesco going in to play dummy half. Big hit there from Junior Bolo. Almost spilling that ball free. And now another big tackle on the Wangani Tuase. Finding it hard going this set, the Roosters. Here's White. Trying to get them some go forward. Brings it outside the red zone. Short side for Tedesco. Feeds Angus Crichton. Fifth and last. They only made 27 metres. Zavala from well inside his own 40 gets the kick downfield and it bounces up kindly for the Fox. Fox can't get on the outside of Toya. Robert Toya is such an amazing defender. Billy Slater was right. He saw something that took a little bit longer for the rest of us to see. And that's why he's a head coach, I suppose. Up to halfway, Zach Lomax stands in the two-man tackle. Quick play the ball, scooped up by De Silva. De Silva finds some space, takes it up to the 40, fifth and last. Boy, the Eels are looking good. Short side for Moses. Puts this one high. Contestable ball. It's taken by Lomax. Lomax back for Penasini. Penasini flick pass for Lomax. Grubbers him behind the line. Towed through by Charlie Geimer. Oh, and he's cocked it up. But has Semrani come up with a miracle? Somehow Charlie Geimer has bowls this up. But Jordan Semrani has saved the day. Try is awarded. The Eels are up 24-10. Things are going from bad to worse here for the Roosters. Fifth and last, 40 metres out. They go short side. Moses puts it high. Lomax flying through. Lomax has been all over Tupou tonight. Plucks it out of the air. The no-look flick over the head for Penasini. Penasini with the no-look throw back in field for Lomax. Puts the grubber kick in. Tupou can't trap it with the boot. Geimer puts the toe through. Tedesco tries to boot it out of the way. And it's straight into the path of Jordan Semrani to score in the corner. What an amazing try. I think Tupou might have just played his last game for the Roosters. He has been found out tonight. Great work from Charlie Geimer. Tedesco did his best. Thought that he'd save the day there, Teddy. And then Jordan Semrani in the corner. Try time. 24-10, the Eels. Fourteen and a half minutes to play. And Zach Lomax will have another conversion attempt from out wide. He's not been kicking them well tonight, Zach Lomax, must be said. As the try is confirmed. What a game. What a game. Mitchell Moses taking over the kicking duties. They've had enough of Zach Lomax's bollocks. Moses moves in, strikes it well, and puts it right down the goddamn middle. From the sideline. Zach Lomax has been demoted. Mitch Moses steps up and puts it right down the middle from the sideline. 26 points to 10. They should have had him kicking from the start. They would have been up by even more. Holy hell, what a game. I've got to have a quick break. Be right back for kickoff. Roosters go short from the kickoff. Batted back by Nawanga and lost forward. Nawanga, oh boy. The dude's incredible. Hasn't worked out on this occasion as the Eels come away with it, scrum down on their own 40. 13 minutes left to play. 26 points to 10. Nawanga, yeah, I was going to say, Michelle, Nawanga, he'll be playing AFL soon. He'll do the Carmichael Hunt. High contact penalty. Things go from bad to worse here for the Roosters. High contact penalty right out in front. It's a long way. Too far for the 2 points. Oh, Moses is thinking about it, though. He says, nah, we'll put it into the corner. I was going to say as well, he probably doesn't have the build for an AFL player, right? Like, because the Aussie rules boys, like, they're fit and they're muscular, but they're, like, tall and lanky as well, aren't they, for the most part? Marky Mark's a little too solid. Papalii, inside ball here for Williams. Yeah, but he's not a short lad either, is he? Cut out pass for Semrani. Takes it inside the 10. Geimer, 5 meters out, just to the right of the post. 2 tackles left. Moses. Short ball for Williams. Well read by Savala and Radley. They bring him down 5th and last, a couple of meters out. De Silva out the back for Moses. Kicking again for Lomax. Batted back to nobody. Semrun. Oh, to De Silva's there to scoop it up on the run. Back for Moses to try again. Grubbers in behind, looking for Iongi, and it's picked up by who? Nawanga, of course, is there to save the day for the Roosters. Oh, give him man of the match. Man of the match on a losing team. Why not? Toya almost gets through Williams. 11 minutes to go. Tedesco, short ball for Radley, who spills it. The Eels come away with it. Matt Dory carries it up to the 20. The Eels looking for the knockout punch. Papalii for Brown. Holds the pass up nicely for Williams. 15 out. 2 tackles in. Follow. Takes it inside the 10. Play 3. De Silva sends it right for Moses. Nice pass across the face of the defense. Connor Watson's on the field. Yes, Iongi. He's the one that keeps giving away the penalties. Follow out the back to nobody. Picked up by Papalii. Grubbers in behind the line. Nawanga picks it up. But he is tackled by the Fox in the end goal. Dropout incoming. Great work again, though, by Nawanga up the Eels. On TikTok says, I'm loving this ref. Hosea XCI says, Roosters are tough to watch sometimes. Savala. It wasn't a long dropout. It wasn't a short dropout, but it's worked out for the Roosters. Radley scoops it up as the Eels make a complete mess of it. Tedesco back for Radley. Radley heads across field, links up with Watson. Watson's got Crichton, puts on some fancy footwork, fends away from Moses, gives it back in field where Savala drops it. Savala spills it. Oh, the Eels have done it. The Eels have got him. The Roosters, another incomplete set. Another drop ball in their own half. The top 8 was calling, and the Roosters said, no thanks, we don't want it just yet. The Eels. What a performance. Scrum down, 40 out. Here's Brown. Taken by Toya. Gets some help now as they drive him backwards. 8.5 to go. The Eels well on top here. 16 points ahead and looking very comfortable. Geimer carries it inside the 30 in midfield. De Silva sends it right for Moses. Out the back for Iongi. Dummy steps off the right boot. And he's taken down on the 20-meter line by Watson. 2 tackles left here for Parramatta. Dory, 10 meters out. Fifth and last. Moses. Dummies. Spins. Fires it out to the opposite edge for Semrani. Penasini now kicks straight into the breadbasket of Billy Smith. Does he have the pace? Smith is up to halfway. Penasini comes back at him and Semrani, they bring him down 40 meters out. Front foot ball, though, for the Roosters. Scooped up by Tupou. Tupou has his pants pulled down on the 30-meter line. 7.5 to play. 30 meters out. Radley at first receiver. Tedesco, the dummy, taken down by Papalii and Brown. Zavala onto Radley. Everyone flat-footed here from the Roosters. Nobody knows what to do. So Egan Butcher just charges forward. 25 out, tackle 4. White to Radley. Out the back for Nwangani Tawase. Here's Billy Smith now. Forward pass out for Tupou. And they just can't do anything right at the moment, the Roosters. The Eels defend. And with 7 minutes to play, they'll get the ball inside their own 10. Meeting Ghosts said, I said in the chat earlier, Eels to cause the upset. Tigers, Eagles coming hard for the 8th spot. Cooks cooked. No Walker, no Sammys. And Walker will be on mandatory stand down against the Storm, won't he? If I've got that correct. He'll have the mandatory HIA stand down next week against the Storm. So they're going to be cooked in that game as well. (26-10), 6 minutes to go. Hey, Meeting Ghosts at full time. Can we listen to some of your music? I'm just curious if it's copyright protected. I don't want to get my channel flagged, but I'm very curious to I'm more than happy to check out some live on the stream if you like. But I don't want to get flagged for copyright. Kick goes down for Tupou. Tupou takes it on the full. Plays it 15 out from his own line. The Roosters with 5.5 minutes to go. Can they get some consolation points? (25 out. Radley slow to get up and play this one. At the back for Tedesco. Nwangani Tawase. Tackled on the 40-meter line. Macca, you had Tedesco and Addo-Carr to score a try each, and Walker for 6+ points. Oh, bugger. Angus Crichton spills it. Penasini drops it as well. Double knock on. Oh, Parramatta take a bow. Take a bow, Parramatta Eels. What a performance. The Roosters had the finals beckoning. A win tonight would have had them only needing one more point to be secure in the top 8. Well, now they've got it all to do, and they still might not be safe. Penasini with 4 minutes to play. 30 meters out from the line. Semrani at first receiver. What a turn up this has been. Walker to Papalii. Iongi up in the line. Can't break through. Big Junior at first receiver. Walker now for Moses. Kicks early. Looking for Lomax, but Tupou tracks back. Flick pass in behind the back in the end goal. And it's a try for the Eels. Semrani gets a double. Junior Tupou's nightmare continues. A flick pass behind the back in his own end goal has just presented Jordan Semrani with number 2. Junior Tupou will never be in the starting team again. I can't believe the nightmare the poor young kid's had. Oh, you feel so bad for him, a youngster given his opportunity. Awful, awful performance. A gift for Jordan Semrani. £30 to 10. The Eels. Try confirmed. Oh, the Roosters. They've amber herded the bed tonight. Up the Eels on TikTok says Eels having a party. Up the Waz says poor Roosters. But I've got a feeling that Up the Waz says poor Roosters very sarcastically. Mitchell Moses with the conversion attempt. Scott says, thanks, Roosters. Manly needed that. Moses, 10 to the right of the post, moves in and pushes it out to the left. Shocker. That's a state of origin, New South Wales Blues type conversion, that. 30 points to 10, though. It matters not. Up the Eels. Need Lomax for your multi. Waiting on $820. Oh, I don't think that's going to happen now, but we'll see. They might break out from the kickoff, huh? Length of the field from the kickoff. Rugby League Live 4 style. Roosters go short with the restart, and Nwangindi Tawase, of course he claims it, offloads. And here's Siua Wong, 25 out. He'll get up and play it. White inside the 20. Taking a ground, 15 out just to the right of the post. Watson sends it left for Savala. Bradley to Tedesco. Billy Smith, a couple of meters out on that left edge. The Eels' defense has been immense tonight. Tedesco in at first receiver onto Savala. A minute and a half remaining. 2 tackles left here for the Rooster. Savala. Tedesco dancing around, changing direction. Now he straightens and he's tackled on the 10. 5th and last. Watson. Short ball for Wong. Wong loses it in contact. Isaiah Iongi comes away with it. Surrenders in the tackle. And Connor Watson's down in back play. He's busted his knee. Let's see if he's okay. Connor Watson runs it to the line, delays the pass, and fairly innocuous fall to the ground there, but he is limping horribly on that left leg, or the right leg, sorry, favoring it. He'll be okay, though, it looks like. Just a little bit of a corker. "30 seconds to go. Can Lomax go the length of the field here for Up the Eels on TikTok? 20 meters out from their own line, and it seems like they're not going to even attempt it. Walker surrenders in the tackle. They're just winding the clock down. Oni, ahoy, mate. Question, sir. Can the Eels make the 8? No. 0% chance, Oni. But I reckon that they'll be a little bit of a force to be reckoned with next season. Stay hunky. I'm not going to play anything that will be susceptible to copyright. That's why I was asking Meeting Ghosts earlier if their music was copyrighted or not. Otherwise, I would play that. But yeah, I'm not going to play anything that I know is susceptible to copyright. Full time, the Eels have put on a performance for the ages and defeated the Roosters here 30 points to 10. And they have thrown a massive spanner in the Roosters season. The Roosters looked like they were finishing strong and were really going to be a little bit of a dark horse, perhaps, come finals time. But Sam Walker goes down 8 minutes into the first half, and that was all she wrote. All right, I'm going to have a quick break, and we'll be right back to sum up all that action here on the Wasted World of Sports.
1, 2, 3, 4, Teddy lost his shorts again.
Teddy didn't lose his pants tonight, but we can still dream. I'll be right back.
He's burning down the sideline. Boots blurred, defenders flatline. Eyes on the prize, he don't even flinch till his shorts get yanked and we all get a glimpse. Oh, he's got the moves, he's got the pace. The fullback fire, no one can chase. But every second game without fail, he moves the crowd like it's Tales from the Tail. Tedesco's got that power peach. Tears through lines like a one-man breach. Every try a cheeky show, 'cause someone always grabs too low. He's the king with the runaway pants. Flashing footy fans from the stands. Might lose his kid, but never the ball. He scores, they cheer, we've seen it all. Go, Teddy, buns of steel. Spin through.
All right. Stay hunky says, let's stay up till 1 a.m., Dan. The night is still young. Well, funnily enough that you say that, Stay hunky, because I've got coming up an Intoxigamer stream. For those who might not know, I also have a gaming channel on YouTube. I mean, this whole streaming dealio, this is what I do for a living now. So, I mean, among other things, but yeah, this is mainly what I do for a living. I've got a gaming channel. I will be doing a stream over there, continuing my playthrough of Uncharted on the PlayStation. So, for those who are interested in gaming, I will go ahead and drop the link to my gaming channel because I'll be going live there in about 20 minutes time. And the reason I'm doing that, Stay Hunky, is because, yes, I will be back on the Wasted World of Sports for the Rugby Championship Round 2. Wallabies versus Springboks, All Blacks versus Argentina. So, to kill time in the meantime, I shall be going live on my gaming channel, which I've now just shared in the chat room. So, if you would like to keep hanging out, I'll be going live over there momentarily once I get everything set up. Probably got to give me about 20 minutes at least to get everything set up. And here on the Wasted World of Sports, we'll be back for the Rugby Championship. So there we go. 30 points to 10. The Eels get the win. We saw about 842 tries scored across all the games today. I got 2 ticks off my multis out of the 12. Unreal. But anyway, that throws a spanner in the works for the top 8. It's kept it interesting, at least that 8th spot. I mean, here's what we know. Here's what we know about the top 8. The Raiders are in. The Storm are in. The Bulldogs are in. The Warriors are in. The Sharks are in. The Panthers are in. The Broncos, they need to win. If they win tomorrow, they're in. The Roosters, they could have won tonight and pretty much been guaranteed of being in. They would still need one more point to be completely safe. But the top 6 is set in stone. It just depends what order they're going to finish in now. 7th spot being the Broncos. I mean, that's going to be secure when they beat the Knights tomorrow. When they beat the Knights tomorrow. 7 of the 8 spots will be secure. The Roosters completely cocked it up here. They have left 8th spot vulnerable. And it could, depending on results, be the Roosters, be the Dolphins, be the Sea Eagles, or be the Tigers. Should the Tigers also win tomorrow? Tigers have to win tomorrow as well. But if the Tigers win tomorrow and it stays that way, yeah, the Roosters have got the Storm coming up next weekend. That's not a guaranteed victory. You've got the Dolphins, Sea Eagles, Tigers, all 2 points behind them, nipping at their heels. So that 8th spot is still up for grabs. Anyways, Wasted Water Sports, thank you so much. I've got to get ready for my Intoxi Gamer gaming stream on YouTube. So for those that are into that sort of thing and would like to keep hanging out, head on over there to that channel that I just shared in the chat room. Keep hanging out with me. Otherwise, I will catch you guys here later for the Wallabies versus the Springboks. Thank you so much for your company here. As always, I'll catch you guys next time. Until then, cheers. Teddy didn't lose his shorts, but we'll play it anyway.
1, 2, 3, 4, Teddy lost his shorts again.